Hailed for his savage, fearless wit and love of animals, Paul O'Grady's funeral was always going to be a unique celebration of his vibrant life. Riding his final journey in a horse-drawn hearse, his beloved husband Andre Portasio was right there with him as he clutched their Maltese Conchita as they made their way through the adoring crowds. Among the personal touches was the tribute to his late dog Buster, who fans will remember appearing alongside him on his chat show. Back in 2009, fans were heartbroken when Paul broke down in tears on the eponymous show, revealing that he had been forced to put his beloved pooch to sleep. Over 13 years later, Paul is reunited with Buster, and flowers arranging Buster's name and a depiction of the dog sat on his coffin. Behind the hearse, 9 limousines followed with a cortege including motorbikes behind him through his home village of Aldington to St Romuald's Church in nearby Bonington, Kent. At the church, pallbearers carried the wooden coffin adorned with a wreath of lilies, while O'Grady's daughter Sharon Mousley entered with her son holding the wig of Lily Savage, her father's drag alter ego. Reverend Canon Roger Martin welcomed family and friends including comedian Julian Clary, actress Dame Sheila Hancock, and the late Dame Barbara Windsor's widower Scott Mitchell. The Salvation Army Band played songs such as Tomorrow from the musical Annie, in which O'Grady was starring in a touring production at the time of his death. The music played during the funeral service of Paul O'Grady made nods to many memorable moments from his long career, from appearances on Desert Island Discs to his long-running BBC radio show. A private funeral service was held at St Romuald's Church in the village of Bonington in Kent on Thursday afternoon, conducted by Reverend Canon Roger Martin. The service opened with the sound of trumpets before You Gotta Get a Gimmick from the 1959 musical Gypsy, featuring lyrics by Stephen Sondheim, played. O'Grady memorably gave a risque performance of the song in character as Lily Savage alongside Cilla Black and Dame Barbara Windsor at the 2001 Royal Variety performance. The entrance music was Meditation from the opera Thais by French composer Jules Massenet, a dramatic piece written for a solo violin and orchestra. When he appeared on Desert Island Discs in 2003, he chose this as his favorite of all his musical choices. Later in the service, the song Una Notte a Napoli by the Latin and jazz orchestra Pink Martini was heard. Pink Martini, formed in 1994 in America by pianist Thomas Lauderdale, were a favorite of O'Grady's and he often played them on his BBC Radio 2 show. This was followed by the theme from British television drama series Upstairs Downstairs. The tune featured in a radio special O'Grady hosted for the BBC titled Lost TV Themes. Following the eulogy, given by his close friend and fellow entertainer Julian Clary, there was a period of reflection during which Rhapsody Opus 43 Variation No. 18 by Sergei Rachmaninoff played. After the commendation came the closing music, Looking for Trouble by Elvis Presley. In 2015, O'Grady became emotional as he celebrated the life of Black by playing the track on his radio show, saying she absolutely used to love it and it sums up our relationship. Battersea Dogs and Cats Home paid tribute to Paul O'Grady with a canine guard of honor at his funeral, describing the late entertainer as the beating heart of the charity. Mourners arriving at the private service were greeted by a dog called Dernie, who had met the TV star and his friend, the Queen Consort, on a number of occasions. A trio of puppies from the rescue centre were also on hand to meet friends and relatives arriving at St Romuald's Parish Church in the Kent village of Bonington. O'Grady became an ambassador for Battersea in 2012 after the success of ITV's multi-award-winning For the Love of Dogs, 11 series of which were filmed at the home. After his death, the charity set up a tribute fund which has so far raised more than £270,000.